Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about increment and the decrement. So when we say increment, we are using 2 plus sign, and which means we are actually adding 1 to the variable. And when we talk about decrement, we are using subtract sign, 2 subtract sign, and we are actually subtracting 1 from the variable. So let's get into it, and I'm gonna give you guys one example. Integer number equals, let's say, 10. Integer number equals, let's say, 10. Okay, so normally we are reassigning, like when we want to change the variable value, we are adding, right? I'm going to try to add one value to my variable. So this is one way of doing it, right? Num equals num plus 1. I'm going to print it out, and then num plus equals 1. Another way, right? Another way to add a value into my variable. And then now increment num plus plus semicolon. I'm gonna print those out and then see what's happening. So let's actually talk about it, right? So what I'm doing is here I'm declaring a variable, integer variable, right? Number equals 10. I have the variable which has a value 10, right? And then I am reassigning it here. Num equals num plus 1. So num equals num plus 1 means num plus 1, right? 10 plus 1, this is gonna be equal 11. Okay, this is gonna be equal 11. Okay, we have 11. 11 plus 1 equals 12. This is gonna be 12, and then we have 12, and then num plus plus 1, it is gonna add my value, my variable to 1. It's gonna be 13, right? 11, 12, and the 13. So let's run it and see. Okay, so first execution is 11, second execution is 12, and the third execution is 13, right? That's how that's actually how we talked. Okay, so let's talk about decrement, right? Decrement. Okay, we already have the value int number 10. Okay, what I'm gonna do is num equals num minus 1, right? I'm again reassigning to actually change my value, right? Change my value, subtract 1 from my value actually. So I'm gonna print this out too, and then another way of doing this, minus equals 1, and then we will come to the decrement part, and then to subtract, not the double dots but the semicolon, right? Semicolon, because Java works with semicolon. Okay, I'm gonna make it more clear. Okay, so I have a number 10, and now I am actually subtracting number 1, subtracting 1 from my value. It's gonna be 9. I have 9 minus 1, 8. 9, so I have 1, I had 10, right? 10 minus 1, 9. 9 minus 1, 8. 8 minus 1, it's gonna be 7. So 9, 8, 7, I want to see on my console, right? I want to see on my console. So here, oh, actually my number is not my number is not 10 anymore, right? My number is not 10 anymore. So I'm gonna create actually another variable here equals, I'm gonna give it 10, and then I'm gonna replace this. Just to make sure that what I said is true. And then I'm gonna actually give some space to my logic. Okay, now I see my numbers on the console, right? 9. I don't know why this is happening. So now I see my numbers on the screen, right? 9, 8, and the 7. The first iteration is happening. The first iteration, right? I mean, not the iteration, but the first logic that I'm doing is assigning a number to my value, right? 10. If it is 10, 10 minus 1, 9. And then 9 minus 1, 8. And then 8 minus 1 is going to be 7. So this is all about it. This is how we actually do the increment and the decrement. If you guys have any question, please make a comment so I can try to answer those. And I will see you guys in the next video.